All right, here we go again. Now, these passages, still from chapter 1, the Unlikely Yank, talked about how my parents found out about the 1979 One China policy when the United States officially recognized that Communist China as the only legitimate China. And this is the evening when I came home from playing with my friends and realized that something was not quite right. On the evening of December 15th, just 3 weeks before my 15th birthday, I found my parents listening to the news intently instead of enjoying the early evening variety show routine. American President and Congress today, December 15th, 1978, officially recognized a fictitious Chinese communist regime as the only China via the One China policy. Now, this was a news broadcast. The United States blatantly abandoned its World War II ally, the Republic of China, which for us known as Taiwan. Oblivious to the seriousness of the news report, I left to hang out with my neighborhood friends in the streets. Ma, 乖唔嚟華靠嘅朋友先 Taiwanese dialect. I'm going to play with my friends downstairs. I returned home in about 2 hours and found Uncle Arvie, Colonel Matano, and Uncle Stanley visiting with my parents. Diana and Frank, think about it. The offer is on the table. It sounded like Colonel Matano was advising my parents on a serious matter. Uncle Arvie, I cheerfully greeted my favorite Air Force captain, but the normally cheerful airman seemed preoccupied. Uncle Stanley sheepishly whisked us kids away from the secretive growing up conversation. Johnny, why don't you and Peggy go play in your rooms? Next morning, the Central News station broadcasted coverage of large-scale protests erupting throughout the streets of Taiwan. Now, some of these languages are pretty foul because people were pissed. Fuck you, you American dogs. How could you betray us? How could you betray your war ally? Chinese-speaking Americans, mostly missionaries and military personnel, responded with assurance. 我们是你的朋友. In Mandarin, we're your friends. In the ensuing days, emotionally charged mobs took out their political frustration on innocent Westerners and U.S. service members in the streets. Mom and Dad hovered U.S. Air Force personnel at our home, away from the enraged populace as the political tension escalated. With the image of the 1975 Saigon U.S. Embassy evacuation freshly on everyone's minds, rumors of Red China's imminent invasion of Taiwan spread like wildfire.